So Jan was asking me if I was going to be wearing this T-shirt today, and I said, of course, I consider myself an alumni of the Ecosummit, so I'm very proud to wear it. I'll tell you more about it later, but the best investments I've done in my life, I met the founders and the teams in here. So I really encourage you to all to continue to come to the Ecosummit. I think the first time it was 2011, right? When we met. It's been a while. OK, so but now I have switched sides. I'm not an investor. I'm not a corporate person anymore. Now I'm the CEO of BM2Solar. So let me start a little bit on the background of the energy markets. Everybody talks about how renewables have decarbonized the energy space. What people don't talk so much about is that renewables have democratized the energy space. What do I mean with that? Before, to be an energy producer, you needed billions. You didn't have billions, you didn't play. This was a gentleman's club. What happens with renewable energies? Because of the simplicity of the technology and because the investment requirements, it has opened up the space to many other players, developers, financial players, even households. So now everybody can be an energy producer in the energy space. That, however, has not happened in the energy markets. The energy markets have stayed in the hands of the utilities because they have flexible generation and trading teams. So what is the flip side of this democratization? The flip side of this democratization is, just to talk about Spain, we have 26 gigas of solar plants in Spain, 75% of them in the hands of independent IPPs, without access to the energy markets because they don't have the software, because they don't have the trading teams, and because they don't have flexible generation. So while these guys are getting their margins squeezed and squeezed every day by PPAs, by imbalances, the utility trading teams are like cling, cling, like in the slot machine, and all the coins are falling off, becoming very, very rich. So that's about to change with BM2Solar. So what is BM2Solar? BM2Solar is a battery energy-based management company focused on co-locating batteries with independent solar IPPs. We will manage the energy for them by participating in all the energy markets, and we will share our revenues with them. So our AI-powered software will decide when to store, when to sell, in which markets, and what are the most profitable markets. We also take care of all the supply chain of financing, installing, engineering, maintenance of batteries, so we can enhance the profitability of solar plants since day one at zero cost for the solar IPPs. So I can go to you tomorrow and say, I will collocate a battery in your solar plant, and you will start increasing your IRR by 15, 20%, depending on the size of the battery, with zero cost to you. One very important thing, though, I want to make clear. We are not traders. We are not taking any long-term price risk. We only do intraday, day ahead, and ancillary service market, and capacity markets, and local flexibility markets when they come. Now, while you're asking, why are you co-locating? Why don't you do standalone batteries? Because there's an immense amount of benefits to co-locating versus standalone batteries. First one, scalability. In many markets, if you are co-locating, like for example in Spain, up to a certain size of the solar plant, you need 0 new licenses of permit. So recently we were talking to the DSO in Asturias, and he said we have 1.5 gigas of people with batteries waiting to be connected to the grid. You guys can connect tomorrow. So in order to develop the software, in order to develop the company, we need to go fast, we need to bring many players, and we can do this very, very fast because we don't need additional permitting or additional licenses up to a certain size. After that, we can apply for it and upgrade the size. But that's not our urgent matter. Cost savings. The infrastructure is in place. I don't need to negotiate with any landowners for my grid connection. I don't need a new grid connection. I don't need to flatten the land. I don't need roads. So my total cost of a co-located battery is significantly lower than a standalone. We already talked about optimizing assets and optimizing when to sell and how to sell. And finally, very importantly, stop throwing renewable energy away. Up to 10% of the revenues of solar plants in some areas in Spain today are being thrown in the ground because of technical constraints of curtailment. What is the other side of this? Of course, in order to access the infrastructure of the solar IPPs, we will share the revenues with them. So what are we today? We have already raised a convertible loan on our pre-seed investment. With that, we have already developed the intraday, day-ahead, and ancillary service market software. We are already ready to deploy this in the market. We have 4 customers, 1 Chinese, I cannot say the name, Chinese, German, Austrian, and Spanish, ready to install their software in their solar plants across Spain and Austria. That's only the first phase. The second phase is to continue to develop the software in order to optimize across markets and also to take care of the discrepancy, because the different markets work in different ways, and you can combine this market for the optimal strategy, also combining not only generation and storage, but also loads. And finally, once the market we have enough assets to provide imbalances to the IPPs with a much lower cost. So I already mentioned we also take care of the financing, the procurement, the maintenance, and installation of batteries. So this company is divided in two parts. One of them is the SPVs, where the assets sit. This is a part that will be funded by typical infrastructure funds or funds that require a fixed return on their assets. The other part is the development company with the software and the team sits, that's the traditional venture capital part of the company. In terms of economics, the way it works is the SPV sells the electricity into the market and gets the revenues. Shares X% of the revenues with the solar IPP, Y% of the revenues with the financing company that has financed the battery. The rest of the money comes to the development company as management fees. We have very, very low capital requirements for the development company. We will not need more than 5 million euros to have the team completely built and completely ready. In 3 years, we will be break-even, and we will start making margins in the following years between 60 and 70%. And I'm going to say one thing that I'm saying in the next slide. Number one, these numbers have been confirmed with actual data from 2023 on the Iberian markets. So these revenue numbers have been completely confirmed. The costs have been confirmed by procurement contacts with battery companies. And even though we are a startup, a pure startup in terms of timing, we are not a startup in terms of team. We are people with a lot of experience, and we tend to be conservative when we make our estimates. So who's the team? The team is, I am one of the founders. As Jan said, I have had executive positions and C-level positions at Galp, at E.ON, at Siemens. I've been investing in venture capital. I've been building business for companies. My husband told me the last time, Susana, you're an idiot. Stop building companies for others, build it for yourself. And this is why I'm here today. Marco is my co-founder, and Marco is an amazing entrepreneur who with a lot of very successful exits. More recently, Cybergrid. He also had sold Cybergrid before to Toshiba and managed all the grid services for Toshiba in Europe. So where are we today? We're here because we're going to raise our Series A, a seed series, 2.5 million for the development company. And of course, if you're also interested in working in batteries, here we are. Thank you.